Want your GTN 750 to work on your iPhone, tablet, portable device, or touchscreen? Stick around, because I'm going to show you how to do it in Hangar Control and Glass Out today. One app designed to do it all. Hangar Control brings everything together: control bindings, hardware configuration, mod and profile management, application launching, add-ons, config files, and more, all managed from a single application. Mods Hangar goes beyond just mods and add-ons. It manages profiles, config files, text files, backups, snapshots, and helps keep your community folders clean and organized. Application Hangar launches your entire SIM stack with a single click. Your Stream Decks are fully controlled through the Hangar Control plugin, while all of your other Stream Deck plugins remain active and available. Built by a simmer for simmers, Hangar Control adds new features and hardware support every week based on community feedback. It's a one-time purchase with lifetime updates, no subscriptions. You can try it for free for 5 days with no restrictions at overkillsimulations.com. Just create an account, head to your account page, download the latest version, and get started. And if you're looking for in-depth Microsoft Flight Simulator aircraft tutorials, check out my Patreon site. Links to Hangar Control and Patreon are down in the description below. Alright folks, so if after watching this video you guys are interested in trying out Hangar Control, be sure to go to overkillsimulations.com, create your account first, whether you want to do the 5-day free unrestricted trial or just purchase the software outright because you love me that much. Then you still need to make sure you create that account first and that you are logged in. If not, definitely at purchase, you will definitely get an error. And if you're not purchasing going for the trial and you go to hit that account page, well, you won't be able to download the software. So create your account first and be sure to be logged in. Now, let's go ahead and get started. So, a couple of prerequisites here that I want to make sure everyone understands. Currently, in this release 1.23.10 shown right up here, this is the release that is now available. This currently only supports the PMS50, but we have the TDS GTN 750 coming right around the corner. So, fret not. Another requirement. I guess the first requirement is you must have a GTN 750, meaning the PMS50. And with the PMS50, you have to have the premium version. If you don't have the premium version, the keys on our bezel will not work. That is a restriction of PMS that has nothing to do with Hangar Control or anybody else. You can't use external commands to control your GTN 750 unless you are on the premium version. So keep that in mind. As far as the TDS version, again, that will be coming next week, so stay tuned for that. Maybe actually even sooner than that. I'll be working on that over the weekend, and it should be pretty fast now that we have the rest of it ironed out. So you must own a GTN 750, and you must own Glass Out in order for this piece to work. Hangar Control operates hand in hand with Glass Out from Flying Art, a fantastic, extremely easy to use panel pop-out software. That's where you guys can see we have the panel here. Glass Out is what is handling the touchscreen portion of our display here. Okay, and then we're handling all the controls and the bezeling. So first I'm going to show you guys how we set it up. Then I'm going to show you guys, how it all works, but it's pretty straightforward. So here we go. All right, so as I said, if you guys are doing the pop-out panel, which it makes sense if you're going to be doing this, this can be used with any cell phone, tablet, laptop, touchscreen, Chromebook, touchscreen that's connected directly to your PC. It doesn't matter. But you have to have Glass Out running. Now, literally, all you have to do is start Glass Out, and that's it. You can minimize it. We don't need it anymore after that. It does all its heavy lifting on the back end. So, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Glass Out panel. So we're going to go to Add. We're going to find Web View. And this part you want to watch pretty closely. If you are connecting to a device that is on your Wi-Fi, okay, so a portable device or any device that is not directly connected to your computer and needs to get its information from the Wi-Fi, you want to make sure that you put this IP address, whatever yours says. You don't need to worry about the port, but you need that IP address here. Okay, so when we go to Glass Out, you can see, or excuse me, it goes right here, I'm sorry. So this is a local address. What this address means is that the web page or what I'm looking for as the software is on this computer. I don't have to go to the internet. I don't have to go to the Wi-Fi. It's not on your cell phone or anything like that. Okay, it means that it's all local. We can keep it here. Okay, but again, if you're wanting to use this on your cell phone or something like that, you need to change this 127.0.01 to whatever IP address you see right up here. For example, mine's 192.168.0.245. Again, you do not need this port. The 19860 does not need to be included. You want the 8787. Okay, hope that makes sense. And you only have to do that if you're wanting to broadcast this to a Wi-Fi device. But we're going to keep everything local today, so we're going to go connect. And this is as simple as it is. All we're going to do is find the GTN 750 instrument element. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to hit Use Panel. And that's it. That's all we want. Well, one more thing I'll show you guys. Actually, we're not there yet. We're going to hit Save. This is just a screenshot, if you will. So, for example, if I change this over here, when we go back into Hangar Control, it's not going to change. It takes the initial image, whatever's currently showing on it, takes basically a snapshot of it, and this just allows you to size it, is the purpose of that. It's to help with sizing, making sure you get it where you want it to be, yada, yada. Okay? The next thing I recommend doing is just creating an entirely new layer for our bezel. Okay, so we're going to add a layer. Then, once we have layer 2 selected, so we have, oh, I just realized that's an interesting bug. We'll fix that. Oh, and I actually know why that happened. We can even rename that. So let's rename this. This is going to be glass out. And this one is going to be bezel. Okay, makes it easy. And that way you can also hide them, things like that. And so if you lock this, you can see the little lock appears up here. And then when we come over here, we can no longer move it. Okay? So then now, if we want to unlock it, we can now move it again. Okay? So pretty cool stuff, but we want the bezel highlighted. And now when we click over here, we can add gauge, double click the gauge, or you can use the side panel, up to you, whichever is easier. And I'm going to find our GTN 750 touchscreen. And here is where you have a couple different options. We have the GTN 750 Nav2 COM2. And then here you can see we are prepping for the TDS. Okay, again, I want to emphasize at the time of this release 1.0, the TDS is not supported. It is there as a placeholder, but it's coming very quickly. It's still in testing. But we want COM1 Nav1, and that is it. We're going to hit save. That's all we have to do. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to make this all work easily. It's going to look a little funny at first, but trust me, it has a purpose. We're going to right click on this one and we're going to go fit to canvas. Then we're going to go back to our glass out, and believe it or not, even though you can't see it, it's there. We're going to right click on it, and actually let's move it up. That way we can see it. We're going to click here and we're just going to fit it to the window. Now we're just doing initial fit right now, but if you want a nice way to see this live, you can either open in browser, or we're going to open in window because we're going to run this one locally. So normally it'll probably open like this, right? You'll get your standard resolution. Okay, whatever your window resolution is set to here, this is what you'll get. But so now if we take this and then I can move this around, you can see it adjusts. And if you use the side panels, you get a live adjustment. So what I'm going to do now is, using our side panel here, or our panel here, I'm going to bring this guy just like this. I'm going to move this up a bit. Make sure you guys can still see enough. That'll work. That's close enough. We can still see the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and move this back down to where it needs to be. And then I'm going to swap layers. So that way the bezel's now sitting on top. And that actually looks pretty good. I think we got it. But if you want to do minor tweaking, you can still do it. As long as you have the right layer, you can still move things around if you want. Get things to fit under there maybe a little bit better if you wanted to increase things. That looks a little far, but I think that covers it really. I might kick this down just a hair really, just for that top corner there, and that's it. Okay, and then once we're done here, we can hit save. We can actually close this, and then so I'm using the mouse right now so that way you guys can see it. But I could have this on my touch screen, size it to where I want, right? So it takes up the whole thing, however you want to do it. Looks like it's a little narrow for what it should really be. Okay, and then we can use all of our standard features. If we want to select our COM or anything like that, right? You can see that we're selected there. Give it the push, and you can swap which frequency you're adjusting. Select your encoder. There's the outer encoder. There's the in encoder. Now, you do want to make sure you're on a bezel here, on a bezel point, but then you could just drag your finger, right? If you wanted to use the volume, you know. And you're okay as long, you can cross in here as long as you start here, right? So there you go, see? But if, for example, if you wanted to go to the right, you can simply highlight and then come over here and work your way over. And every time I'm dragging my finger, in my case, I'm holding the left click down, which is essentially what using your finger would do. And this will work on your cell phone, your iPad, like I said, anything with a Wi-Fi device or any local touchscreen that you have connected to your PC via USB. You know, it really doesn't matter, but everything is functioning as it's supposed to. And you have full access to that. You have your frequency swaps, the whole shebang. Your own GTN 750 that you can now broadcast to any device that you want and have full authority over. So you can really get creative with this, guys. And the nice thing about these touch panels is from here, you know, you can add different buttons or different panels up here. You can swap between multiple different sources. Like here's our GNS 530. You can activate all of these. You can have this panel automatically pop up with a particular profile. So like we're going to attach this to our profile. I'm going to click attach, and you can see now the attach is there. And if when we close this, we can now see it here, right? And double clicking it will bring up the editor. So you have that ability now. And you can also right click on this and have it automatically either A, open the browser, or B, you can have it automatically open the window when the profile is detected or launched. So when you switch aircraft, if I switch from an aircraft that doesn't have a touch panel to this, for example, the Commander, this window will automatically open and it will remember its previously known position. So if you have this on a specific, again, a local touch screen, it'll automatically open. Now for Wi-Fi devices, you have to open it manually. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, there's no way for Hangar to control what your cell phone is doing, right? You have to tell it to open that window. But anyways, I hope you guys are excited about this. Again, the TDS will be coming in just another day or two. I think we've got a lot of bugs addressed in this last release, and things are really starting to shape up, so we're going to get back into feature mode. As always, folks, stay safe and healthy. Love you all for the support. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.